Hey guys, this is Geek Generation. This is the morning after I just saw Rise of the Beasts. Saw it last night in IMAX theater. It was really good. I loved the movie. So first impressions, action here was really solid. Loved all the choreography, and Scourge was a really menacing villain. I think my favorite scene with him was very close to the beginning of the movie, and also a little bit after that as well. We also got to see, I'm going to spoil territory, as of 3, 2, 1, and now I'm in spoiler territory. I think the part where Scourge kills that, I don't know what you call it, I guess just like the other Optimus Primal, I think they said his name was Ape-Link. That was really cool. It was Scourge, opening scene was probably his scariest scene. For me, just the way his, eyes and chest glowed as he came out of those woods was really cool. I also loved seeing Unicron on the big screen finally, and done the right way. Not gonna mention any names last night. Sorry. Although, that's not to say I don't like the idea of Unicron being Earth, but I think Transformers Prime handled that much better, and they did it competently. Not going to mention any names again, but Michael Bay. Yeah. I really love Noah Diaz, that's the main character. The actor who played him did a really good job. His younger brother as well also stood out very, very much. He was a really good He was a really good actor. In this, he did his character very well. I think Elena, which is the archivist, was one of the weaker characters. Just like her actress seemed like not that she was doing a bad performance, just like she wasn't, giving it 100%. But yeah, Peter Cullen is Optimus Prime, as always, amazing. Peter Dinklage is Scourge, really solid. He's very menacing. I've also really enjoyed Ron Perlman as Optimus Primal, and if you've seen the movie, you know that Air Razor does not make it very, very long into the movie. She dies she dies probably she dies maybe 15 minutes before the climax starts. I liked Mirage. Pete Davidson actually did a pretty good job with that as well. I don't know the actress's name, but the lady who played RC also did a really good job. But I do have a few complaints. First of all, man, I thought it might not be too bad if they called Wheeljack Pablo, but they called him Wheeljack, and yikes, they massacred him. He just don't do that to Wheeljack. He's not supposed to look like that. He's really not. That was probably one of my biggest complaints. I also did not care for the inclusion of the G.I. Joe thing, the Easter egg at the end of the movie. That, I feel, was a bit heavy-handed and product placement shovey. Because Transformers is just now getting back on its feet, so it feels insanely stupid to shove in a G.I. Joe crossover at this juncture. But I'm hoping it doesn't show in the movie's box office. And I will say, if you guys have been checking Rotten Tomatoes, don't listen to them. They are wrong. The movie is good. Don't listen to the critic score, but the audience score is 90%. Listen to that, because it's right. It's a really fun movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I hope you do too. Let me think. Other standouts. Oh yes, I really loved the Terracons in general, Nightbird, Scourge, and Battletrap. Battletrap's death was one of the most brutal Transformers deaths I think I've seen, apart from Megatron in Dark of the Moon getting his head and spine ripped out. By the way, that also happens to Scourge. And Nightbird gets exploded. Battletrap basically, so the way Battletrap dies, out of those three main ones, he dies first. He gets his arm ripped off by Optimus Primal, gets his leg sliced off by Optimus Prime. He falls on his back, and then Optimus Primal bashes his skull in with his own wrecking ball. So that happened. That happened. Apart from that, let's think. Yeah. They did, Bumblebees comeback scene was amazing. They, played the song Don't Call It a Comeback, and then when he landed, he goes, I have come here to kick. I bleep that out so you don't have to hear that, because you can probably infer what he said. But yeah, that was really good. Bumblebee. So I don't think Bumblebee ever actually died. I'm pretty sure Scourge more so put him into a coma, not really a actual like death, because Bumblebee was still like they said that a transfusion of energon could bring him back, and I don't think that would have worked if he was actually dead. And same for Mirage. I think he was also just very heavily injured, and going into that armor was kind of like a stasis for him. So then when Noah... I don't think Noah got his parts back from the battlefield. I think he replaced them. I also really like that in that post-credit scene he turns into a like red and blue version of Mirage. I like that. Optimus Prime also had a really nice character arc in this movie, going from like at the beginning just like wanting nothing to do with humans and just wanting to get off Earth, like not trusting humans at all, thinking that they shouldn't be trusted at all, to by the end of the movie trusting them with the most important tasks in the mission. And it was also really nice to see Noah ended up saving Optimus Prime at the end of the movie, with the armor that Mirage gave him, which is, by the way, a callback to G1 with Spike Witwicky then. But yeah, basically what happens is Optimus kills Scourge, but right before Scourge died, he shot the console they were trying to deactivate. So the warp stone, like the warp gem or something, I think it's warp crystal, something like that. That was like still locked in place, and it was bringing Unicron into Earth's atmosphere. So that was destroyed, and Optimus had to stay behind to yank it out, and then that would mean that it would blow up and suck him in. And he still did that, and he was going to die actually until Noah saved him, and then Optimus Primal came back and saved them both, and everybody else got out of there beforehand. But yeah, that was one of the highlights of the movie. But yeah, I'm trying to think of stuff I didn't like. It's hard. I really enjoyed this movie. Other than Wheeljack and the G.I. Joe stuff, oh, yes. Yeah, the movie's called Rise of the Beasts, but, we don't actually see a lot of the, Maximals in the movie. In fact, Rhinox doesn't have a single line. Cheetor has, like, 2, maybe? I think 1, though. Or no, 2, yeah. He says something to Mirage, and then at the end he, like, tosses a spear thing to Noah, and he says, catch, or something like that. But, yeah. I think that was pretty cool. And, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, Bayverse fans, but, I'm so sorry. Not really. But, Scourge was not Bayverse Optimus Prime. I'm pretty sure they actually, decided at the last minute. They might have decided at the last minute to just knock his faceplate off so people would realize, hey, wait, that's not Optimus Prime. But yeah, it was not. Scourge is his own thing. You guys can stop saying he is Bayverse Optimus Prime now. Because he is not, and he never was. But yeah, I think that just about covers it. Yeah, check the top left for my review of Jurassic World Dominion, and check the top right for my review of Thor: Love and Thunder if you want to check those out. They're very old, but they exist, and they are things that I made, and you can watch them now. And then you can click the center to go to my channel page, watch all the other videos, and subscribe to the channel itself. But I think that just about covers it for this video. Like and subscribe, comment below, and I will see you guys in the next one.